This is a game changer. The new Insta360 GO 3S now has 4K. It's so small and lightweight, and you can mount it literally everywhere. So I'm gonna test it and check how I can use it for riding to get the best action shots. Let's do it. Alright, I just came back from a 400 kilometers ride, so I had the chance to test this small camera in different conditions and also in low light, and I must say I'm really surprised about all the features this small camera is packed with. I'm gonna talk you through some of the most useful ones I found. Okay, time to unbox the Insta360 GO 3S. Inside the box you have the camera itself, some instructions, a charging cable, and accessories like the pivot stand, the magnet pendant, and the easy clip. Probably the most impressive is the up to 4K resolution. I mean, for this size and weight is really impressive. It's really small even in the Action Pod, and if you compare it with the Ace Pro, it's still smaller. You can detach it from the Action Pod and it's, super tiny. It weighs only around 39 grams. And with the Action Pod, around 135 grams. The camera comes with a bunch of accessories. It has a magnetic attachment system, so when you remove it from the Action Pod, you can attach it to a metallic surface, for example, or to any of the accessories it comes with, like the magnetic pendant, the pivot stand, and the easy clip. Here are some creative ways you can use it. If you use a cycling cap, this one is super useful. So you just clip it here, and then you can put the Insta360 in here, boop, and it's super stable and gives you a nice high angle shot. It gives you a nice field of view, but my favorite accessory has to be the magnet pendant. I like to use it with my cycling jersey to easily attach the camera to it without having to use any chest straps or mounts, and then I can get a nice POV shot that looks really cool, especially when you are cycling, so you can see the hands on the handlebar, which I really like. I also like to put the magnetic pendant on my cycling socks. Super easy, and it gives you a nice low shot of the bike. So many nice creative angles. Let's go. Probably one of my favorite features is that automatically determines the aspect ratio based on the orientation. I shoot for both YouTube and other platforms, so I tend to use sometimes vertical and horizontal format. And for example, when you hold it like this, it shoots vertical, and when you hold it like this, it shoots horizontally, so I don't have to lose time changing the aspect ratio, which is great. And you can use the Action Pod for live preview and as a remote control. The Insta360 GO 3S by itself is waterproof to up to 33 feet or 10 meters, and the Action Pod is splash proof. So you can take it out of the Action Pod into the water. On the Action Pod you have different buttons. You have the power button here on the side, then you have the Q button that takes you to the different modes. Then you also have on the other side the USB-C port that you can use it to transfer data or use it as a webcam together with your laptop. And here is the unlock button to detach the camera from the Action Pod itself. Boop, and then back in. For example, here you can see the flip screen that is really useful. If you attach it on your bike and you want to see what you're filming, this is a super cool feature. If you flip up the screen, you can access the different settings like the resolution. I like to keep it in 4K 30 frames per second with the stabilisation at max because I like to do a lot of action shots. Here, if you touch on the side, you can access the different settings. If you want to shoot in auto or in manual, you can choose also things like saturation, exposure, I like to keep it in auto. Here, if you touch, you can see the shots you took. You can touch here to access the tilt fix. And here you can choose the different modes. I like to have it in DWOP to have a more natural look, to mix it with other videos, or in action mode. If you go here at the top, you can access other settings like the brightness. I really like this quick capture because when you press the shutter button at the top, you can turn on the camera and it starts recording immediately, saving a lot of time when you want to capture these quick shots. You also have different modes, so I like to keep it in video mode normally, but you also have the free frame if you want to reframe it. It's really good. So if you still want to decide whether you want it in horizontal or vertical format, you can shoot it like this and do the rest in post. I like to edit my videos on the Insta360 app. You can open it and then you can choose cool features like, for example, this ND filter. I really like it to make it look fast. And also my favorite one, that you can overlay your cycling stats using the data from your Garmin computer, and super easy. There you have all the data on your video. We also have time lapse, time shift, slow motion, loop recording, star lapse, interval photo, HDR photo, photo mode. But I think the one I use the most is the video and the free frame mode. It has a very long lasting battery. For example, when it is attached to the action mode, it lasts up to 140 minutes and the camera by itself lasts around 38 minutes. If you have an iPhone like me, this feature comes in really handy. It's now compatible with Apple Find My. So for example, if you lose your camera, you can locate it as long as it still has power. That's a super useful feature, especially if you are using it for action shots and it flies away. I had that situation last year with another action camera during one of my races and I lost it. So this is super useful to find your camera and save some money. The stabilization on this camera is great. I took some shots out of my ride this weekend and this is how it looks like. But let me know in the comments, is this the best tiny camera perfect for cycling? Leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Thanks for joining. If you want to support the channel, make sure to check out the links in the description for exclusive discounts. Until the next adventure.